Now we come to the 10th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and real knowledge. What is real knowledge? Real knowledge is knowing the birthless, endless, and all-pervading nature of God. Those who know the birthless, deathless, and all-pervading nature of God are knowledgeable. Intelligence, knowledge, freedom from doubt and delusion, forgiveness, truthfulness, self-control, mind control, happiness, misery, birth, death, fear, fearlessness, non-violence, impartiality, satisfaction, austerity, charity, fame, infamy. All of these various qualities found in living beings come from me, Lord Krishna says. This is 4th and 5th. It's such a comprehensive theory here. Modern theories of emotions and feelings and sentiments talk about active emotions. Here, God has covered passive states also. Manifest emotions and unmanifest emotions also. Active state as well as the sleeping state. Such a wide range. All these qualities they emanate from God and much more. God created creation with His thought. Those who think of God are enlightened by understanding. Those who devote a part of their time to the thought of God are enlightened in understanding. Arjun bows his whole self to God, Sakshat Dandavat, and asks for darshan, Divya darshan, for seeing the divine manifestations. He asks as to how to keep God constantly in thought and which form to meditate upon. किस स्वरूप की पूजा की जाए? The words of Lord Krishna flow like nectar. With the help of examples, अब किसकी पूजा की जाए? देखिएगा. Sun, moon, सामवेद, शंकर, अग्नि, हिमालय, बृहस्पति, स्कंद, ओशन, पीपल ट्री, आर्यवर्त, कामधेनु, भगवान राम, गंगा, गायत्री मंत्र, वरुण, प्रहलाद, and Yam. Lord Krishna tries to explain his opulence through these words. These are the examples that he gives. Among speakers, I am the words that are unbiased and in pursuit of the truth. Whenever we speak words which are impartial, whenever we speak words which are unbiased, God lives in those words. Whenever we are seeking truth, God lives in those words. Krishna describes women so gracefully, so delicately, so appropriately. My heart fills with love for Lord Krishna when I read these lines of women. I am fame, prosperity, speech, memory, intelligence, fortitude and forbearance. इन सभी रूपों में ईश्वर नारी है. Fame, prosperity, speech, memory, intelligence, fortitude and forbearance. Then the words keep flowing, one after another, poetry, thought, beauty, one after another. And he says, Of punishers, I am the rod of chastisement. जब दंड देना होता है तो मैं दंड देने वाला हूँ. I am the rod of chastisement. Of victors, I am the guidance they follow. जो जीतते हैं, वो जो सलाह फॉलो करते हैं, वो मैं हूँ. Of secret things, I am silence, and of the wise, I am wisdom. He is trying to explain his self to Arjun in as many words as possible, with as many examples as possible. He is benevolent. He is helping. He is explaining himself. He is trying to give a glimpse to Arjun. He is trying to tell Arjun about the reality of things, about the reality of cosmos, about the reality of this world, how the universe sustains itself. He is trying to explain. There is no end to the manifestations of God. These are just some examples of His presence and opulence. All power, glory, and beauty is but a spark of His splendor. There is so much to God, and yet He sustains creation just by a portion of His mind. उनकी ताकत के इतने से हिस्से से ये पूरी सृष्टि सधी हुई है. This is such a poetic, such a charming, such a captivating, engulfing, enchanting chapter. Poetry, there are no words. Poetry of the supreme order. Analogies, similes, words flowing beautifully. He creates a picture before you. He creates a scene before you. You get to see how God really works. And especially those lines regarding women, especially that shlok, मृत्युः सर्वहरक्ष्वाश्च हमु द्वक्षचः भविष्यताम् कीर्तिः श्रीवाक् च नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा. I am death, destroyer of all. I am the source of all things yet to be. Of women, now he comes to women. Of women, I am fame, prosperity, speech, memory, intelligence, fortitude, and forbearance. For me, this is the code. As a woman, in all these things, God lives. So the Indian tradition of respecting women, of respecting the female power, the femininity, the female source, the Shakti and Shiva, the balance between Shakti and Shiva, that is reflected in this chapter. Beautiful chapter, worth reading. For poetry lovers, it's a feast. It's a beautiful chapter. So this is how this chapter is. We will continue. Thank you so much.